boss it up. She a boss, but I'm finna boss her up. Break up with that, call him up. She left him cause I'm finna. I feel like Beyonce, I'm finna upgrade you. Down good, put in work on you. Buy you new things, put some on you. Brand new, put the brand new. I could change your whole life. Busy baby, put that on ice. We get by. I be the rest of her friends always off. I'm finna treat you like fab. Go ahead and throw it in the bag. Throw your whole closet out. We don't need it in the house. Can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bang. I'm finna go. She want me to treat her like, so I'm finna go. Throw it back, shot it top. With that, call him up. She left him cause I'm finna.
I feel like free up on the replay. You, I came with the hundreds, but the came too. She carry with the hips ain't new. I just hit your city with the. I think he me while I throw a couple bars on him. Saucy mommy, yeah. I treat my like my. I treat my like my. They wanna see the. I put the finger on it. I feel like free up on the replay. Don't take press replay. On the first date, leaving niggas like he need a first date.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it'll be the Trailblazers off the tip. Now here's White. A deep three. They get it back. It's Klingon. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Back to James. Three-pointer, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real. The guard attributes on display there. Luka with one of the quicker releases you'll see in the game.
James outside. The putback. James outside. On the wing, Hachimura. Pass to James. 6 on the shot clock. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. It's stolen by James. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Now here's Doncic. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
James outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
BA, I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Now here's White. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Miller with it. Picked up by James. Pass to Thibault. Up top, Miller. Shot is up. Good work defensively by James. The Lakers trail. James outside. Here's the floater. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Both free throws good from James.
You know, there were some who questioned his ability at this level. Ronnie starting to earn every minute he's getting.
Miller outside. Takes a 3. LeBron with the rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
First personal foul.
Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Now Los Angeles with it, trailing by 2. Here's Doncic. Out to Hachimura. Second chance effort. And that one's good.
Nice job by Hachimura. He is so good below the foul line.
White for 3. Fires in the triple. White's got 7 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
James. Williams grabs the board.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
They grab their own miss. Back to Miller.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Klingon.
2 minutes.
Launches it. Miller can't get it to go.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Doncic, no good.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And Miller good for 3. He's got 6.
Part of why Brandon Miller went 2nd overall in 2023, he's a quality 3-point shooter.
Hayes misses. Portland leading by 6. Shakes him. And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
They respond immediately with as much power as possible.
Man, you talk about a heavyweight battle. Both teams landing blows here.
Guys, I hope they keep it up just like this. Let's see some more end-to-end action.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
And they're on the run. Here's Miller. Another 3 for Portland.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
They get it back. And Hayes comes to help. Pass to Klingon. Back to Miller. From deep three-point range. "20 seconds left in the first. And here's White. Outside Thibault. Lets the three fly. Hachimura with a rebound. This James on the wing. Misses the layup. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
That's tipped. Williams with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. Here's Doncic. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
You know, from the moment Luka entered the league, despite the naysayers, he's been a star, a legitimate star. And that's something you don't see very often.
Outside White. Here's Miller. Knocks down the long J. Miller's got 17 points.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games. His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's White. He's got 7. Miller outside. Fires the 3. Three-pointer. And White hits from deep. He's got 10.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers stunt team. Here they come, fans. Get loud, fans, on the court is your ice bar. We have a bunch of t-shirts to give away, and we're looking for the loudest fans in the building. Stellar Stepper by your Trailblazers.
Lakers trail by 15. Outside Reeves. Pass to Finney-Smith. Off target from outside.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The 3. They get it again. Miller outside. He drops it from range. Miller's got 20.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Off the mark there with a 3. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
from deep three-point land. There's a screen. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap. Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Trailblazers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
Here's Hayes. Out to Hachimura. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Doncic outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Doncic has got 8.
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
Kispert outside. From the arc. Right side Watson. It's stolen by James. The shot by James, no good.
Yeah, you know what, guys? He's not very effective from that spot. He's got to put some work in there.
Lakers trail by 21. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. Well, he isn't the longest guy out there, but Bronny does have some great strength.
Russell, that's good.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Hachimura sets a screen. Here's James. Watson with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. James can't get it to go.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Lakers substitution number 4.
There's a minute 26 left into the half. Again, the miss by Portland.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
They get the rebound. Here's James. It's intercepted. Outside Russell. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Lakers.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Trailblazers lead by 22. Kispert on the wing. From downtown. On target from range. Kispert's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Los Angeles ball.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Here's James. Gets the first one to go. Now 1 for 7 on the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Okafor. Here's Kamari. No made baskets yet. And the first shot of the night for him. Missing. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
7 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. The steal.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Miller outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Drills it from deep. Miller's got 23 points.
Huge night for Miller. We're seeing exactly why he went second overall. Brandon can take over a game.
And here's Hayes. Still without a bucket. That shot off. James brings the double team. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Miller. From outside, off the mark. Ooh, poked away. And stolen by Williams. Miller outside. Williams in the post. Pass to Miller. Tries again. And he hits the jump shot. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Pass to Thibault. Takes the three. Drains the triple. Thibault's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
They're showing a tremendous amount of fire tracking down misses. The attitude is paying off with second chance points.
Boy, you can get a lot of momentum getting a timely offensive rebound, and they've had more than their share.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Portland. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
Miller knows how to finish in these situations. Turned on the Jets in transition.
And here's Doncic outside. Thibault with the board.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Miller. And it's Portland scoring again.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Here's Miller. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Rui Hachimura. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet. Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Here's Doncic. Inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Portland ball.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Pass to connect. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Miller, right side. To the wing, right side. Shoots from 14. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Goodwin.
Miller outside. 4-3. The shot that time not on target. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now Portland with it. They're on a 16-4 run. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
There's the athleticism of Miller on display.
Outside Vanderbilt. Over Okafor. Vanderbilt, no good. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Pass to Goodwin. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Peyton Watson. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Pass to Okafor. Here's Vassell. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Here's Goodwin. He's guarded by Vassell. Now Vincent. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Vincent's got his first bucket in this one.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kamari, no good. To the inside. Vassell, he's open. Offensive rebound. Blocked. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Connect. And no good. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Portland. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Russell's got the ball here for Portland. With the drive, and the shot goes in.
Love the take from Russell. D'Angelo just slicing his way inside with confidence.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Russell. Here's Vassell. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The three from Russell. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers with the ball. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Free throw is good from Russell.
And when Russell plays within himself, he's special, especially when it comes to scoring.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Basket's good.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Here's Goodwin. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Pass to Goodwin. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Goodwin. First personal foul. Second
Free throw off for Miller. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Luka Magic has been on display tonight. He is in full control, piling up the points.
Here's Miller. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Foul ball violation. Jump ball.
James outside. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, handling the contact so well. Ronnie James using that solid build of his to finish strong inside.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Hachimura. It's tipped.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
From deep, here's Doncic. Portland with a rebound.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Hayes misses. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Miller outside. Pass to White. Back to Miller. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray. Miller's got 40 points.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's foul number 2 for him.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. Really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Doncic. Another shot. Great D that time from Miller.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
The offensive rebound. Miller outside. Sinks it from distance. Miller's got 44.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly. You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Here's Miller. And the three off target.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's James. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Robert Williams picks up one.
Bully ball. LeBron has been doing that since he stepped into the league.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Trailblazers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And when you see a team 4 times over the course of a season, you really get to know them. I'm sure they're happy to snatch that first game of the year against the Lakers.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Brandon Miller.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
LeBron James at the line for 2.
Good on the second one.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Miller can't get it to go. James left side. And slam dunk by James.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. Driving inside. And slam dunk by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Miller outside. Pass to Russell. Let's go with a 3. Miller can't get it to go. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. We saw 2 different